Hello, my name is Nicole Turner. I'm a curator at Open Concept Gallery for Art Prize this year. Here with me is Heather Kelly. She's an educator in Detroit, and she's about to talk to us about her work. So Heather, tell me a little bit about your background with art.
I was raised in Royal Oak, Michigan, and I've always been an artist. I don't really consider it being a conscious choice. It's just always been a part of who I am. My grandmother was a well-known fiber artist, so my mom noticed when I was very young that the way that I rendered objects when we were drawing as children was far different from the other children. So she got me enrolled in formal art classes when I was young, and I went to the Birmingham Bloomfield Art Center and Paint Creek Center for the Arts and Wayne State University. They had an extension program, College for Creative Studies. So, and then while I was in high school, I worked on my portfolio at CCS and got college credit ahead of time. Then I ended up getting my undergraduate degree in fine arts with an emphasis in metals, and then went on to get an art education teaching certificate, and then went on to get an MFA in new media from Vermont College.
Can you tell me a bit about your work and what inspires you as an artist?
My work for Art Prize is a mixed media piece. I get my inspiration from the lived experience. So I use my own personal experiences to create works of art, and currently I'm working on interactive pieces that involve the viewer so that the viewer has a chance to connect in their own way to my experience. So for the Art Prize project, for instance, I started with an image of my daughter because this series of work is a series of 12, and this is the second piece in that series. Art Prize inspired me to create an interactive element. I was inspired by Art Prize itself when I heard about it this year on how they've incorporated the viewer in the artistic process, which is something that I've always wanted to do. So I kind of mixed in my new media by creating an app on the App Store. It's called the Wish Project, Heather Kelly Wish Project, and you can download that free. It has information about the project, and then through that app you can submit an anonymous wish. And I also created a one-way blog, a quick response code so that you can easily reach the website, and a text messaging service.
Can you tell us a little bit about the necklaces too to go with your Make-A-Wish Foundation?
I started thinking more about work that I connect with as a viewer, and I was visiting the Cranbrook Graduate Exhibit this year, and before I entered, I paid attention to what pieces I connected with, and I found that I connected with pieces that had a token or something that I could take away from the work, something that I could attach my own meaning to as a way to remember my experience viewing it. So I came up with the idea to create close to 1,000 wish necklaces, which also incorporates my metals background. So I'm using silver plate and creating silver necklaces with a crystal dot for the eye, and I'm giving away close to 1,000 of those. And on the back of those is a sticker with the information on how to submit your wish.
How do you hope viewers will interpret your artwork? How do you think they will take it at Art Prize?
I hope viewers will interpret my work as a way that an artist is reaching out to the public and opening themselves up, using a personal experience, sharing it with others, and then asking others to share a personal experience with me. And then also as a way to give back. So I'm hoping the viewers do take into account the Make-A-Wish Foundation and my opportunity to use my lifelong passion to help others.
So you said this is your first time at Art Prize, correct?
Yes.
So what does Art Prize mean to you?
I first heard about Art Prize this year when we had a guest speaker. I happen to be an art teacher at Troy High School in Michigan, and we had a guest speaker from Kendall College of Art and Design, and he was giving his lecture and explaining Art Prize. It was actually the first time I'd heard of it. Inspired me to look at the website, and sort of evolved, I think, as all things do, that I became interested in it, decided to create, the work was created for Art Prize with that in mind. And I think when you have a purpose, like the Art Prize contest or a gallery show that you're working on, that drives your work as well.
So you're also a mother, a teacher, and you have such a great influence on so many levels. What role does art play in your life personally? Art is something that I have to do. It's not a choice. I have more ideas actually than I'll ever have time to create. So I'm not the type of artist that wants to paint and needs to think about what to paint or what to create. I'm more the artist who needs to create just as I need to breathe or eat. It's an impulse or something that drives me or fuels me. What advice do you have for young artists out there who are trying to make it in this world? So many different things you can say, I'm sure.
I've been teaching for a long time. I've been teaching for 16 years, and I've had students. I started at the elementary level in Troy, and I've had students go through my art program up through the high school. So I've had the opportunity to establish really intense relationships with a lot of those students. And I think the best advice I can give them is always believe in what you're doing. Don't worry about what other people think or what grade a teacher gives you. Believe in yourself, have passion in your work, and you'll succeed.
How do you feel your creativity affects you as a mother?
That's an interesting topic. When I first had my daughter, I suffered silently with postpartum depression. So I took a break from my art. And when I admitted that to myself and others and got help, which is hard to talk about or admit publicly, I began creating again. And
That's
the first
awesome.
work that I made was about that experience, and it was called Twinkle, and it won second place in the Michigan Fine Arts Competition. So. And my biggest fear in life actually was losing myself to becoming a wife and mother. So while I was in grad school, before I was married and before I had children, I researched the glamorization of domesticity, women's place in society, and my fear of loss of identity through motherhood. So when I became a mother, that fear was real.
Yes, I
And so
understand.
maintaining my own identity and creating my artwork means more to me than
Definitely.
words can say.
Well, thank you, Heather. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate all your, coming out here, and yes.
So excited to be a part of Art Prize. So, thank you.
Mm-hmm.